but I need to do a short demonstration on what I did right here with the white screen versus our black technology. This is a screen we painted yesterday. I'll put that link below of showing you how easy it is to actually coat our technology and how to upgrade your old existing gray screen or white screen. But I don't do a lot of demonstrations in dark environments. I do a lot of them with the lights on. So in this demonstration, we're using a Christie 505 LW projector, 1920 by 1200 WXGA at 5,000 lumens. And we're going to show you the difference between our technology here versus a white surface. Now, one of the things people say about black screens, they don't have the ability to produce high enough white levels, or, the white levels are poor. And if the white levels are poor, keep in mind contrast is involved in everything. Even when it comes to white levels, yes, contrast is needed to produce color. Color requires white levels and black levels at the same time. All right, so let's get this started and show you exactly the advancements of our technology versus a white screen. Now, keep in mind, we've done this against gray screen paint products. I'll put those links below showing our demonstrations versus white screens and gray screens and so forth. You can see if my cat's over top me. All right, so let's begin. I am going to go over here and pull this back some. There we go. Let's begin. I'm going to go back to the beginning of this video we're doing. All right. And this is fantastic for those of you who have dedicated theater room setup. Of course, you're going to be a lot darker than this that we have in here. And I've said this before, when it comes to white screens or gray screens, they do not have the ability to compete with the black technology we have here. Give me a seat. Ouch. Caught that chair the wrong way. As I said before, I don't do a lot of demonstrations with the lights out, but I thought I'd do this demonstration here. I was doing some of this in the last video. We're talking about making a gray screen paint product for testing outside, we're doing demonstrations outside on some of the foreign sites we're at. They're asking us about gray screen paint products being used outside as for outdoor improving their white projection screens, and that's what that screen was painted for. This one, I stumbled into it when I was doing a demonstration side by side with the white screen versus our black technology. And just show you the advantage points of painting your existing or pre-existing white projection screen with our technology. Now, something you can't get from a gray screen paint product. Again, colors on a gray screen, they don't have the ability to produce proper colors next to black technology, and they don't have the ability to produce a contrast level, which is needed the most when it comes to home theater. This displays the screen's amazing white level capabilities. As I said before, without that white level and that black technology, we would not be able to see the red or the blues or greens, and they would become up completely unwatchable. Now, as I said before, when you're working with dark technology, any form of dark technology, gray technology, darker screens, white levels are going to drop, and that's what they're supposed to do, but the screen still has to maintain a high enough white level to be able to show an image that is watchable. I'm going to pause right here for a minute. I'm going to show you something now. This is one of the things I got to show you real quick. Now, when it comes to gray screens may say, hey, we don't have that issue. We can pull the same white level as a white screen. Never going to happen. As again, the only thing that's going to pull a white level equal to a white screen is another white screen. Hopefully that stays. So as you can see, the gray levels here See how the white levels are, how they get darker? Again, at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to be able to produce a white level next to a white screen is going to be equal to a white screen. It's going to have to be a white screen. And the gray screen at the end of the day, again, can't pick up color and can't pick up contrast, but it can maintain a white level. White screens can basically maintain white levels, but like I said, it won't be to pick up the darker colors. So like I said, at the end of the day, you're dealing with a gray screen paint product. I said it's not going to be able to produce the color or contrast needed, but it can maintain a higher white level, yes. But a white screen is going to produce the highest white level. Let's go check out something over here.
If your butler also has a butler, you don't need the money out or your hard work is off. If not, there's credit card.
Now, with the heightener technology that we embed into our Black Widow 38s or any dark screen paints we develop, like I said, without that heightener, well, actually, this screen was showing potential without the heightener. But as I said before, heightener is needed because the screen is black. It's going to have to be to accept white light. And without that white light, like I said, you wouldn't be able to see the other side of that screen. Then if I were to turn on my overheads, my screen can maintain its color. The white screen would have an extremely difficult time. It would wash out even worse, even with 5,000 lumens in the room. But this is just to show you, in a somewhat lit environment, it's not dark in here, that how much of your image you lose from a white surface. And the gray surface, just almost as equal, just a little bit of a bump. That's basically about it. Let's see, we're going to go next. I'm going to find something where we can give the white screen a somewhat of a chance. because anything we choose in here that's contrast is not going to work, and everything majority in here is contrast. Whew, yeah. Okay, we're just going to use this. Ready for the machine. We're going to use contrast. Doesn't make a difference.
Never hide your Reese's eggs in the basket. I mean, come on. It's the first place they'll look.
Now you see where all that's washed out? You have to have contrast to pick that up. In order to pick up detail, you have to be able to see contrast. And that background is supposed to be black at all times. So any OLED demonstration is a waste of time on a gray and white screen because they can't pick up the background. They can't see it. That's what's needed to make the screen pop and the color push out. In order for the black screen, so you can see the iguana, lizard, or chameleon is up there. In order for you to see that, you have to have a white level in that technology to be to see that. If that screen was all black paint, you wouldn't be to see any of that at all, period. Wouldn't even pick up. There's no white levels in black paint. It doesn't register. So it has to be something in there to be able to read white light. For those of you who are bent on color, guess what? Contrast and white levels are a requirement for color. Man, when I see people displaying these gray and white screens in some of these sites, I just want to walk to the poor machine. Poor machine. It's a shame. Are they dumbing you down at the end of the day? You're dumbing down your projector. There's so much you're missing from your screen. It's not even funny. Oh, there's so much you're not seeing. As what I explained to you, watch these demonstrations, look at the background. That background is supposed to be black. Any OLED demonstration, any heavy contrast, all demonstrations now they are doing heavy contrast because it's OLED technology. Gray screen and white screen can't see that background. That's why anytime you see this demonstration, it'll always be in the dark. And even in the dark next to our technology, we'll wash the screen out. I'm not trying to be rude here, but it's true. This black technology, that's what I said. If you ever get one of those containers with legit batch number, do not lay that against your screen. It'll wash it out. Or anybody else thinking about it, don't do it. It'll wreck your stuff real quick, real fast. You can't fake a batch number. There's the video attached and time stamped to every single batch number of every paint on every certain one we develop. So you can't get around it. You will have the real thing sitting in your apartment or your house. You lay that against your screen, it'll be your last. Which means that technology right there will destroy your stuff. You got gunmetal screens that I don't want to go near it. But a simple everyday black and white paint product, no, you'll get I'm not trying to be rude here or disrespectful, but from the door, your stuff will get crushed. Because that screen can maintain a insane contrast level, but its white levels are absolutely impressive. The balance is perfect on it, almost near perfect. And then when I try to educate people that are watching these demonstrations on these screens claiming to pull heavy contrast levels, no, you're seeing gray at the end of the day. Because that background is supposed to look just like that, black. It's an OLED demonstration. I've never seen an OLED demonstration come up gray. I've never seen one. I've never seen an OLED demonstration come up gray. Never, ever seen one come up gray. That's why they zoom in on the screen up close, because they want to take your eyes off the background and they zoom right up on the screen. You can't read, you can't see black contrast. You spend, this guy's gonna spend like 80 grand for a TV. You spend $80,000 for a TV. Plug that thing into the background, comes up gray on you. You're taking that back to the store. I know you are. You know something's wrong with it. Because the first thing you're gonna argue, like, no, my background's coming up gray. It's supposed to be jet black. There you go. So when you watch these demonstrations on the gray screen, guess what? That background's supposed to be jet black. Because that's what you're gonna be picking up in your environment with your screen. And anytime you display any kind of contrast level, it's gonna wash out. Because it can't see real black. I can't wait to see somebody with a gray screen paint saying, "Oh no, this is OLED." Like, oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna laugh my head off. I'm definitely gonna laugh my head off. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, OLEDs are gray. Last I checked, they're gray screens. They're great TVs. Shoot, even the Sony Vegas weren't even gray. The Sony Vegas were like dark gray. You want to make sure you're getting what you paid for out of your projector. And the real thing about it is our customers don't have to spend all this money for expensive projectors. Why would you need a projector and spend that money for such a high contrast rating unless it's needed to make the screen work a little better? My personal favorite. And there you go.
strawberry butter.
It's
It's
good.
good
Taking
when
it
you
off
want.
with me somewhere.
And you don't have to go far to get it. Better diner. Eat what you love, right where you live.
Sorry about that, people. Here's some spaces for remote control again. As I usually do. Where is my remote control? Oh, yeah, on the floor. Later, left on the floor. All right, cool. Let's see what's that. This is what I usually see in most demonstrations. They'll point to the color and say, look how the colors are. No, this is what you need to be looking at. That background is supposed to be black. All this illuminates through the blackness. If you display this off an OLED TV, guess what? That background doesn't come up gray, it comes up black. That's how it's supposed to look. So you can see all the detail in the painting, and look how it's all washed out here. So my projector behind me has a 2,000 or 3,000 watt contrast. The first thing someone's going to do is they're going to go out and spend money for a projector that's going to have a higher contrast rating. Guess what? That's not going to be cheap. It's going to cost you money. So now you're probably looking at anywhere between $1,500. So about $1,500, $1,600, depend on what the contrast rating is going to be on that. And anything higher than that, you're looking at a couple $1,000, $3,000, $4,000. So you just spent all this money for a projector to up your contrast to turn around and still have to calibrate and be stuck in a dark environment. Guess that worked out. Let's see. Let's hit this one more right here, and then after that, I'm gonna. When my customers are going to go out and spend $500 to $100 and still maintain a contrast level with no problem whatsoever, and beautiful rich colors, and using the fully lit environment, and all that other good stuff at the end of the day. We work on the day. New containers. New containers. Oh, sorry about that, people. I have got to get out of here because now I can go do something neat. I want to show this off, this demonstration, because I want to do this for the forum site also too, and also to my Facebook channel. All right, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I have to go. Thank you all, and God bless.